All right, then. So next, let's talk about the following tab, the Analytics tab within Shopify. So the Analytics tab is a great tab to keep track of your business's traffic. And on top of that, customer behavior. It can be very, very detailed here. As you can see here, we have, a variety of different viewing options here. We have total sales, online store sessions, returning customer rate, the conversion rate, a lot of great vocabulary here and a lot of great, basically viewpoints into being able to understand your business better and how customers are interacting with your Shopify store. So basically, what will happen here is that over time, as your business accumulates visitors and customers, data will be generated here, right? And you can even see the data for a specific day, month, or any specific range of days and weeks. It's completely up to you. So that's the great thing about this analytics tab. And so this allows you to compare, your website's traffic and sales and so much more on, certain months, years, or whatever time period you prefer. On top of this, the Analytics tab has reports for every single one of these in which you can more specifically analyze that area of, data regarding your online Shopify store. So for example, here we're in the sales over time um, analytics, section. What will happen here is that we will see how much sales we are making, in this case, per hour for today, right? But we can change that to say, instead of today, I can change it to say yesterday or for the past week and so forth. And then instead of hours, if I click apply, you can see it change from hours here to days of the week. So again, you can even print this data out afterwards or export it. We can also then save this data as a specific, custom report that we can come back to and open up if we, find this specific set of data criteria interesting. On top of this, we can also manage the data and how it appears based on a variety of factors and filters, such as, canceled orders or order ID types, or, the city that the customer was from, or their email. It can be very, 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 specific. Or if you do email marketing, how many of these orders came from newsletters or emails, right? And or for specific products and so forth, the city that the vendor was from. We have a variety of different filters to be able to filter our data to show specific subsets of orders, in this case sales. And we can even edit the columns to add or remove certain ones here if we want to view or remove from the view certain things, certain criteria and columns. So let's say I want to see the cost, right? Then it would add a column here in this columns list. And as you can see, it did right here, cost. So if we go back, we can see that, there is a lot of data here that will be accumulated over time. And this is something that's great if you are definitely someone that is on top of these things or just likes to see trends in analytics in terms of how your business is doing, right? So in case you don't know what a session is basically, how long a customer was on your store, right? A visitor was on your store. That is a session. In Shopify, that is called a session. So if you have a lot of sessions, that means you have a lot of customers on your store. If you don't have a lot of sessions, that means you don't have a lot of customers visiting and browsing your store. Returning customer rate is pretty obvious. This is the percentage of customers that have purchased in the past and then purchased yet again. So that is something great to keep in mind. If you have a very high customer returning rate, that's obviously a good sign because that means customers love your products and are coming back for more. Then we have online store conversion rate here. If you don't know what a conversion is, it's basically, a customer that actually went ahead and purchased something and completed a transaction and it resulted in an order. That is basically what an online store conversion is. And so, of course, if you have a very high conversion rate on your Shopify store, you are doing excellently. And on top of that, we have even some more, specific things. We can see how many customers added something to their cart by the number of sessions, how many reached checkout, and then how many actually converted, aka completed the checkout and managed to pay and create an order. Then we have here average order value, as in what is the average cost of the orders happening on a certain day or time period. Again, completely up to you. Total orders is the actual number of orders that have been made over a certain period of time. And then top products by units sold. So what are the most popular, highest slash best selling products on your store? Online sessions by traffic source. This is very interesting also because you can see here over time where your customers are coming from. Are they coming from Google? Are they coming from, your social media pages? Are they coming directly? This is what this is for, traffic source. Online store sessions by location. You can see where your customers are coming from, what countries and so forth. And then we see here online store sessions by device type. Are your customers, visiting your web store on an iPad or a tablet, or are they visiting on a desktop computer or on their mobile phones, right? You can definitely see that as well. Over time, this will accumulate. Then we have, sales by social source. So what social media platforms are they coming from? Are your customers or visitors coming from? Then we have sales by traffic source. Again, this is similar, but what source is causing there to be the most sales in terms of traffic, right? And then we have online store sessions by social source. So instead of sales, this deals with how many people visited your site because of your social media or just general social media. This can also be called a referral. They referred to your site, they linked to your site on a social media page, and then that customer or visitor clicked that link, and that is how they were referred to your business. And then we have top refers by session. So again, which websites are the, highest referring sites that cause people to visit your Shopify store. Top landing pages by sessions, as in what is the page that customers land on the most? Is it your list of products page? Is it your home page? Usually it's your home page though. But again, this is interesting to see which pages are receiving the most hits or visits. And then lastly, here at the bottom right, we have sales attributed to marketing. So again, if you do, like ads and so forth for marketing your Shopify store, you can see here how many sales your advertisements have caused, right? And so this is definitely something that's useful because you want to make sure that your ads are obviously generating a profit and that you're not losing money through your ads, right? That you're at least making somewhat of a profit on ads. So again, sales attributed to marketing is another very useful, window of data to take a look at. And again, for any of these, just to repeat myself, you can click View Report to view a more detailed, view of these data sets. Again, though, you need to give this time. I should mention when you start off your Shopify store, probably give this about a week for data to start generating and seeing some reports being built and data being collected. And so then here under the dashboard sub-tab in the analytics tab, we have reports. Again, these are just some more, this is basically another way to get to reports. We can see here we have again the reports based on sales, and then we have the reports based on the number of sessions or visitors that we had to our store. And then we have reports based on orders, profit margin. Basically, it's another way to get to where we were just at. It just repeats itself. If we want to create a custom report, as in to create or view a report of certain detailed data, a certain set of data, we would click here, create custom report, and give that a title. Okay, so let's go ahead and click cancel. And then the last sub-tab under the Analytics tab is Live View. And in case where you don't know what Live View is, this is a really great tool that Shopify has, is that you can see how much visitors and traffic you are receiving in real time, meaning as it is happening. So you have this globe here, right? In which you can basically, spin it around to see the traffic that you're receiving all over the world, right? And you can see the number of sessions, as in the number of visitors, and how many people have been adding something to their cart or are in the process of checking out, and how much sales are being generated, how many orders are being created, how many views each page is getting, what is their behavior again, where are they at in the checkout process, or do they have something added to their cart, are they about to check out, or have they done the order and finished purchasing, right? So again, this is really cool because you can keep track of what's going on in real time as it is happening. And we have a different variety of maps. We can see the whole world, or we can just view a certain country, but again, this is just really cool feature here that Shopify has included to view your visitors around the world in real time, live view. And so again, we also here have a colored, a little bit of a legend here. Green dots indicate visitors, blue dots indicate actual orders. So again, those are distinct because visitors are just people that visit your site. Orders are actually visitors that went ahead and purchased something. And we also have the ability to change this to a 2D view if you want the 3D view for the map. And then we also have the ability to see it in streamer mode, as in, as it's happening. This is just another feature for this, but you would typically want to leave this on though, because we want to make sure that we get this information here at the bottom left to seeing all the visitors, orders, and sessions and so forth. And of course, we can make this full screen if we'd like. So again, that's just what the live view subtab in the analytics tab is for. But just know, again, the analytics tab in Shopify is very useful if you're someone that's very data oriented and wants to keep track of your customer base, your visitors, where your customers are coming from, how they're getting to your store, and how good your business is at creating conversions, aka visitors that turn to actual customers. So I hope this helped.